welcome to Captain Cox. Can you beat Fallout 4 with my name, Captain Cox? No, I'm kidding. It's Jared as always. So a little bit of a shameless plug there. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, the $ Parrot Gaming is my Cash App. If you want to help support the video, want to sponsor a video, or throw a little ad in there, feel free to do it. This time I'm playing through as Vault Tech. As you can see there, I'm finishing up my breakfast pasta, and I'm creating Captain Cox. So Captain Cox has got a little bit of everything here. It's a little bit of a mix. I like to play as the high charisma. One thing I've noticed about the Vault Boy playthrough, and the way that the Vault Boy playthrough works, is that you can only use anything that you would find in a vault. So Vault Armor, the Vault Tech Armor, the Vault Suit, the 10mm pistol, or maybe the Cryolator, or, I kind of gave myself a little bit of an edge here where I decided any type of grenade is going to be is possible, just because, grenades could be found anywhere. Especially like a Molotov or like a pulse grenade, because, Vault-Tec is very high-end or what have you. So my first experience with the playthrough is I came upon the little trading post here where a raider kills a settler that lives back here, and they got a pooch, and I try to take them out right away, and it doesn't work out in my favor. I kind of get smoke-checked real quick by the raider, and I realized that things were going to be a little bit more difficult. I had barely, progressed into level 1, as you can see there. So I had a moment where I wanted to readjust. And so I readjusted my stats, I restarted, and I said, okay, we're going to play this a little bit differently. I'm already level 30, and I am on my way to the memory den. So that just kind of tells you how much I've had to level up and how I found leveling up to be a little bit more interesting. Here are some gunner mercenaries that I ended up finding. Usually gunners are meant to kill you right away, but apparently they were running security for Dreth here. I think this is part of the Crowded Commonwealth mod that I downloaded, where I basically find, random people scattered throughout the Commonwealth. They added a little bit more commonplace, a little bit more sights to see. And one of the first experiences that I realized that I'm really going to need to level up here is this. I'm in a fight with the gunner that's off to my right. And I think I died like 7 or 8 times. Like I was just trying to win the firefight, and I just could not win the firefight. This was an interesting thing that I found. I think this is part of the Crowded Commonwealth too. Here's a Raider Scum who appears to be in a grave site. And what's interesting is that I take him out, and then I find that he was actually burying his wife, and I kind of feel a little bad for it. I do have a mod on that makes all female characters nudie, which was interesting. And this did come in handy here, where you can see he was level 16. I'm a level 5 right now. And as well too, I'm gonna find somebody who's level 21 in a moment, where I'm still level 5, and I decide to make a go for it. I decide to make a try for it. It doesn't really work out too well. So this is, like I said, this is kind of early on when I figured out that I'm really going to need to rank up. And so that's what I ended up doing, where I ended up ranking up really hardcore. I ended up actually going back, making a bunch of green paint for Abbott, and I really decided to do a lot of side quests, because I realized the perks and the way that I want to play through is the Vault Boy. I'm going to need to rank up fast, I'm going to need to rank up quick, and I'm going to need to rank up certain areas of my character. As you can see, their demo is very skulled. And as you can see here, she's level 21. She doesn't have that much damage resistance or electric resistance, so I thought maybe I could pop her with that. I kind of miss her. And I kind of check my Vault Boy. I'm like, all right, level 5 with 6 and 15 and 10. And it's not very strong. So, like I said, leveling up was going to be my best friend throughout this. I think I already said it, but I'm level 30 already. I'm about on my way to the memory den, so I've done a lot to level up. The Idiot Savant has really helped me out in the leveling system. I think it's a great way to level up your character. One of the things that I've realized, which was interesting that I never realized this before, is that if you go at night, like if you get to Diamond City at night when everybody's at home, go ahead and quick save before you lockpick Geneva's desk, and you can get Kellogg's key pretty much right off the bat. And you don't have to worry too much about, like trying to bribe the mayor, bribing Geneva, or doing any of that. So Dogmeat, he stays on the edge there. I give him a kiss because he's a good boy, which I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Dogmeat, the dog who inspired Dogmeat, one of the devs' dogs was actually named River. He was the character model for Dogmeat. He ended up passing away. Went ahead and saved Nikki Valentine, told Darla that she needed to go home. Skinny Malone got pissed, sent us on our way. And this is one of the reasons why I like playing a high charisma character, is because, number one, Pepper really likes it, because a lot of the charisma checks are good things that you got to do for people. And number two, when you do the high charisma, it gives you experience. You can get the idiot savant perk. Really, the idiot savant perk can help you, as well too as something like that where Piper blows up a car and she yeets your enemy out of nowhere. I gave her some explosives, but
that's so overpowered. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's very overpowered.
That is so overpowered. Where did the body go?
I let her use the explosive arrows, and I had to take the explosive arrows off because, like, she would blow up, and, like, as you can see there, that was the first time she blew up an enemy, and it was a legendary feral ghoul reaver, legendary, and it had a nice legendary item on it. But Piper decided she wanted to have a heart-to-heart before it went against Kellogg. Let Kellogg know that I wasn't interested in talking to him. Hit him with a plasma grenade, and I took care of him thanks to Piper and Dog Meat. I did a lot of the side missions to level up and be able to level my character as well too. I'm not using too many mods that I didn't use in the past, like the uniform clothing mod, as well as a lot of other things in there. So Piper and I are doing pretty good. We took out Kellogg. I thought it would be a problem. This is one of the other things that came to be a problem, is that in the the Vault Boy playthrough, you're only allowed to use things that you would get out of a vault. Well, power armor I don't think comes in a vault. And per this mission, you have to get in the power armor, and then you have to rip off the minigun. Well, I did that, and then I immediately got out of the power armor, gave it to Piper, and then I took out the Deathclaw using Piper and power armor, as well as, I think by this time I was maybe level 15 or 20, and I had ranked up my 10mm quite a bit. So I was able to rock and roll with that, as well as I had gotten a legendary, and I was able to move the legendary perk off of the weapon that I had, and applied it to my pistol. As you can see there, I'm getting a lot of great stuff. I did end up lying to Danny Sullivan. I found something interesting where you can basically tell him that, hey, I wasn't lying, I am a traitor. I got some stuff coming in, and it's fun because he's like, oh, that's cool. Let me put a down payment on some parts for the gate, and then he gives you 50 caps. Well, I went ahead and told him that I'm sorry, I wasn't really lying, and it didn't have a negative effect. So I'm not sure why there was no negative effect. I don't get it, because I was like, hey man, I'm sorry, Piper lied to me, but he's like, ah man, it's okay, it's no big deal. I should have known Piper, Piper's trouble or whatever. But he doesn't ask for his caps back, he doesn't do anything, he's like, yeah, okay, no big deal. And then I helped out, the Diamond City Radio, because, like I said, I needed a bunch of XP. And this is about where I'm ending part 1. I'm going to go ahead and finish up part 2 here in a minute. I've got another video I want to go ahead and create. But, yeah, so helping out, what's his name, and Vadim, because Vadim's an idiot. So this is about where I'm at so far. Like I said, I'm at level 30. And I'm about to go to the memory den. So I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. I don't really know who I'm going to side with this time, but I'm going to go ahead and side with somebody. So what I would say is, thus far in my experience with the Vault Boy playthrough, is you're going to need to level, just because you want to be able to be as high as level as possible. Because the people that you play through, I know they get tougher and tougher and tougher, but the more that you can level up your equipment, the more that you can make your equipment more, overpowered, the better. Because, oh man, starting off that small and facing some enemies who are maybe even 2 to 3 levels above you, it really takes its toll. So I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of the Vault Boy experience, and I will see you in part 2.